What are you afraid of and how to fix it? Pick a card tarot reading. To get to a place of love, we sometimes need to uncover the underlying fears affecting our manifestations. Let's find out what they are. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Granny B. Today's timeless reading is a little different. I'm not going to label this shadow work because that label itself feels fearful to me. I'm coming at this from a place of love and acceptance. I'll give you a quick example from my own life. I wondered why I was always in lack, never having quite enough, until I uncovered that money had been used against me in the distant past as a form of control. Forgiving that, letting it go with love, has brought me to a point where I'm beginning to be able to see my abundance and flow it in. So this is what I'm asking the universe to uncover for you here. What is the fear that is preventing you from manifesting, and how can you fix it so that you can come at your intentions from a place of love? It's a timeless reading, so it's going to be relevant to you whenever you're called to watch it. It's also a general reading, and that means that not every part of every reading is going to be relevant to everyone watching. Any extra information that you might need is down in the description box below. Right, so as you see, I've got 4 piles of cards here, and I'm going to pull a crystal card from this deck. Crystal's the stone deck. And I'll put one of those on each pile so that you can choose whether you're going to pick from that or pick from the pile that you're drawn to. And I'll give you the name of the crystal here, and then when we get into the reading I will read you the description on the back of the card. So can I have a crystal card for group 1 please? Crystal card for group 1. It's that one, obviously. Carnelian. That was in the last reading I did. Sure. Can I have crystal card for group 2? Apophyllite. Can I have a crystal card for group 3 please? Crystal card for group... Oh, it's that one. Kyanite for group 3. Can I have a crystal card for group 4 please? Crystal card. Yep. And we've got Smoky Quartz. Okay, so nice deep cleansing breath in, and then pick the pile or the crystal that you're most drawn to from these. Group 1 is Carnelian. Group 2, check it, Apophyllite. Group 3 is Kyanite, and group 4 is Smoky Quartz. You go down to the description box or the pinned comment and you click on the timestamp there. That will take you directly to the start of that reading. Group 1, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember that this is a general reading, so you take what resonates with you and you just leave the rest behind. It's Carnelian. What it is, a cherry red chalcedony used by ancient Romans in signet rings. Wax doesn't stick to it, and by modern folk to ward off insecurities. Carnelian's fiery energy helps us spin out of fearful thought cycles and into action. Who needs it? The understimulated, anybody looking to get acquainted with their fears. Hello fear, my name is your name. We have some beautiful work to do together. Now STFU and let's do this. Where to put it? Wherever you want to inject some passion and confidence, i.e. your palate or your pelvis. When to use it? When you find your creativity or sex drive on sleep mode. And the mantra is go with your gut. What a perfect crystal to pull for this reading. Generally, I asked the Fairy Tarot to tell us what your underlying fears are. 5 of Autumn. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. This is pretty clear. This is the card of the lack mentality. Specifically, trying to do it all yourself. Being self-sufficient to the point of refusing to accept help. My granny used to tell me that if you don't ask, you don't get. Manifesting isn't about asking an authority figure who's standing there in judgment of you. The universe always says yes. The bit we forget is how to allow it in. It's lack. And I am not judging, because this was me too. 10 of Spring. Ask for help from others. All work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. This is the heavy grind. The upstream struggle. Trying to change matter with matter is the way Dr. Joe Dispenza describes it. Doing it all the hard way. Abraham Hicks says, nothing we desire is upstream. They tell us to let go of the oars and intend for ease and flow. When you're in that ease and flow, nothing feels like this hard graft effort. At that point, it's all inspired action and it feels effortless. Again, ask for help. Quite often we're gifted people who can help us achieve our desires by the universe. The universe sends them in for us. Refusing that help closes those doors that the universe had opened for us. Seven of Winter. There is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. A lack of clarity then. Not seeing the truth, that you do have that magic potion. I don't know whether you can see that. That magic potion that she's carrying there. You do have the power if you can see things from this different angle. When I see this card in the traditional tarot, I always hear think outside the box. Look at what you're doing. Really look at all aspects of your everyday to the manifesting techniques. Are you coming at the idea of manifesting from love or from the fear of lack? Because it looks as if you're coming into it from the fear of lack, and it's not going to work. Eight of Winter. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself, thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. It makes perfect sense. You do have what it takes. You have seen some successes manifesting, but something, some challenge always pops up to knock you off your high vibe and put you back in this fear of lack and hard graft. You'll be able to see the pattern, the fear of lack. And as I say, that was me too. It may sometimes make you do things that are not for your highest good. Been there, done that, it always backfires. Forgive yourself. Love yourself out of that mindset. I asked the good tarot to tell us what you're doing well. Ace of Air. You do have some really good ideas, inspired ideas, the ability to get the mental clarity and see things logically. In this deck, the good tarot, it's specifically about cause and effect also. Karma and synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that point you in the right direction as long as you trust them and go with them. Once you get clear on this fear and how to fix it, you'll be flying like this Pegasus here. It's information too, downloads, really clear aha moments. And they feel small, they feel like little ones, but when you look deeply at them, you'll see that it's a complete mind shift. Messenger of Fire. You are passionate, creative. When you're in your stride, then you're unstoppable. You do your absolute best when you're co-creating, either with other people or with the universe, which flows in with that ask for help message that was coming through so loud and clear. You're an innovator, bright ideas and creative sparks that set you aflame. The message here is to trust in your vision and take the inspired steps to realize it. King of Water. You do have the ability to see oneness, to see unity, that we are all one. That's the deeper truth that you can get to at your best, most positive, flowing from love. You're called to lead others out of the fears that you've experienced that divided you out of that oneness, to let them go. Collaboration and not competition at the heart of all you do. You can't take anything from anyone else that leaves them in lack, or lack is what you'll manifest, right enough. The Moon, trusting what's happening behind the scenes, hidden from you. It's the universe making sure that everything is always working out for you. The subtitle of this card is illusion, which is meant here in the same way as Maya in the Hindu tradition, that this material world is the illusion, and that we're all doing what we're doing when we manifest is changing that illusion. Your current conditions don't reflect the truth of what's happening at all. Oh, and remember that this incarnation game is supposed to be fun. I asked the Angel Tarot to give us some advice on how to fix the fear. Unity. What did I say? Traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organization, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. Working together. Doing this manifesting thing the tried and tested way, perhaps with a teacher or a mentor, so that you can learn the basics before taking your intuitive leaps and going your own way, which you will undoubtedly do. It's just the way you are. Question any limiting beliefs that are holding you back. Be fair to everyone, including yourself. Act for the highest good of all. The guidebook specifically says that doing that will lift your blocks to manifesting your goals. It specifically says that in the description for this card. Interesting. Two of Fire. You've come into your own. New partnership or contracts. Continue to move forward. Partnerships or contracts, again, co-creation is key here. The steps that you're taking are the right ones and will work when you come at it, all of it, for the highest good of all. Work with people who complement you and don't let contrast knock you off that high vibration. Remember that you have to get through anything that you manifested when you weren't on that high-flying disc, and that contrast is only there to hone our intentions. Don't let anyone hold you back, including yourself. Nine of Air. Expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. Please take the words worst case scenario out of your vocabulary. Delete them. Positive intentions only. Looking at the worst that could happen might make you feel more able to plan, but as the card says here, that's likely to be the self-fulfilling prophecy. Plan for the best that could happen. Best case scenario every time. Not just getting by, but thriving, forging ahead. And release guilt or regret. They're unnecessary and they only hold you in the energy of the past event that caused them. Are you doing those things right now? No. Those events are in the past, gone. If your inner voice brings them up, remember that you wouldn't allow someone you love to be spoken to that way, so don't accept it from your inner critic. Knight of Water. Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. Still waters running deep, your emotions running very deep indeed. And that's why you're reacting so strongly to seemingly small things at the moment. You love beautiful things, and the energy here is that it feels as if you're being prevented from having them, experiencing them. That's a deep-seated fear of not being able to have things that are pleasing to you, like the romance. You want to be the sensitive, romantic, charming, imaginative, enthusiastic, refined soul that you are. And you can be all of that and a bag of chips. It's mindset. Do your best with what you have now to be who you really are. And that will flow more of all of it into you. I've pulled 3 different oracle cards for specific advice for you for how to manifest your intentions right now. And the first one's from the Energy Oracle deck. And we have Daughter Spirit. Spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. You can get some deep insights into who you really are and what your real intentions are, and the unlimited potential that exists outside of this illusion, this maya, waiting for us to tap into it. The advice is to open up to unexpected guidance from the universe. There's inspiration there, and the real you will be able to shine through. That's magical, really lovely. Angels of Abundance card now. Abundance mindset. I'll read it first. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. Abundance mindset. This is the exact opposite of this 5 of Autumn energy that we started with here. Yes, this is good advice. And I'm going to add to it. Don't think for an instant that you manifesting anything in for yourself takes away from anyone else. It doesn't take anything away from anyone. It's not possible. The universe doesn't work that way. You manifesting abundance in only ever increases it flowing in for everyone. So don't feel guilty manifesting things for yourself. It's what we're supposed to do, is what we're put here to do. And from the Everyday Witch Oracle, we've got affirmation for acceptance. And this feels like Jack Canfield's first success principle. Taking 100% responsibility for where you are right now. And that's not easy to hear at all. It took me a good month to get back to that point in the book. I have it here next to me somewhere. I'll drop a link to it in the pinned comment under the timestamp for the reading. This is all about knowing what you can change and doing something about it. As I always say, I can't control the challenges and the contrast around me because I already manifested it. What I can control is my reaction to it. Standing and screaming how unfair it all is at the universe is just going to produce more unfairness. That's the way the universe works. It says yes. So yes, unfair happens more when you notice it and react to it. The trick, and it's not a trick, but the trick is to be neutral to it. It is what it is. Again, it sounds simple, but it really isn't easy. So be kind to yourself. Group 1, if you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel by clicking on that little icon there. And the best way that you can support me without it costing anything but a click of the mouse is to put a little thumbs up to like the video, because that lets YouTube see that you liked it and they'll spread it to more people. Right, I'm moving on to group 2 now, so I'm sending you all my healing love and blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. Remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. And you chose Apophyllite. What it is, Apophyllite acts like a teleportation device to places transcendent, often sourced from enchanted India, birthplace of Tantra, Yoga, Nak Champa. Apophyllite clears skepticism, cynicism and logic from the spiritual path. Who needs it? Anyone looking for that ray of light from on high to hit them with something good. Where to put it? Wherever you practice religion, meditate, channel, pray. When to use it, when the spiritual life feels like a moving target, when you feel skeptical about your true purpose on earth, when you feel like your yeah but thoughts are dishonoring the innermost you. The mantra is beam yourself up, way up. It's beautiful. Start with the Fairy Tarot, and I ask this deck what your fears are. Queen of Autumn. Be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. Practicality. The fear here is that believing in manifestation isn't practical, grounded or real, that it's all a con. The thing is that you are such a deeply loving and generous person that what you're manifesting by default, it is that way. We either manifest deliberately or by default, but we always manifest, believe it or not. What you're manifesting by default is usually deeply positive, so you don't see the deliberate manifesting idea as either practical or necessary. You have a foundation of prosperity and that magic Midas touch. Just imagine for an instant what you could achieve if you set your mindset to deliberate co-creation with the universe. Balance. Take everyone's input into consideration. Merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time, there's no need to rush. As I said before, just then, you manifesting more than you already have doesn't take anything away from anyone else. It allows you to be an even bigger conduit for good flowing in for everyone. It isn't selfish. It's always win-win, because if it wasn't for the highest good, then it wouldn't work. Well, it wouldn't work out the way you see it anyway. You manifest your intentions, all of them. You can't trick the universe into giving you things that you feel you don't deserve. That's how some people seem to thrive, by not being nice people. They feel that they truly deserve all they get. They're probably right too, because what goes around comes around. Two of Autumn. Bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. Having fun isn't cheating either. It doesn't all have to be hard work and grind. Having fun is at least part of the point of being here on this planet. We're here having the human experience to learn and have fun in a setting that allows us this ability to manifest out on the leading edge, as Abraham Hicks tells us. Making the money you need to have that security that you have built practically, steadily, doesn't have to be this hard, heavy, multitasking grind. Choose to have fun. You can be practical and responsible and have fun. Three of Winter. Reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation, sadness that will heal with time. You don't have to do this alone either. You can accept the support and love of others Yes, you may have been hurt in the past, but that was then and this is now. Allowing people to get close does not automatically mean that you'll be hurt again. Yeah, that's going to take courage. And it might not feel like it's a necessary use of your time and resources. But again, where is the fun? Your nose to the grindstone, and you very rarely look up and take time to smell the roses. Good times with other people aren't a waste of anything. I asked the good tarot to tell us what you're doing well. Page of Water. There are moments when you do have that childlike wonder and playful attitude, the innocence, the curiosity. Those are secretly the times when you feel most alive, and that's what's drawn you to this spiritual aspect of your life. There seems to be a rigid separation going on, though. The spiritual aspect of you, the inner child, doesn't get out to play on work time. Thing is, your work time would really benefit from that spiritual aspect. It isn't separate, something that you pick up and play with but put back down again when you have to go and do the adult thing and put the hard work and effort in. Maybe try playing at work a bit. See if you can lighten that load. Six of Air. That is lovely. Going from a rough time towards smoother water. In this deck, it's a simple switch in the way that you're thinking, creating calm within so that you can create calm without. You see that you're conditioned to expect certain outcomes from certain actions. You have to work hard in order to have the money you need. I am not telling you to quit the job and sit on a beach somewhere, not at all. I'm just saying that it might be possible to integrate the spirituality into this practical, no-nonsense, got to be a grown-up part of your life, and that it's going to manifest opportunities for more fun and flow in that aspect of your life. Oops, you weren't supposed to spin. 10 of Air. In this deck, this is the absolute ultimate aha moment, epiphany, the end to a certain way of thinking. The ability to integrate lessons learned so that you can close out a cycle. This gives you insights as to how to react to contrasting challenges in the future so that you can stay in your high vibration, calm in the eye of the storm, whatever's going on around you. There's hope here too, looking forward to new things. Justice. You do see what you put out come back to you in so many ways. The more you deliberately intend to manifest, the more you see it work, and that builds your belief. The universe does work equitably. Again here, I'm seeing the ability to integrate two aspects that seem separate for you. The inner child having fun and the adult you having to graft and grind. There's a balance here that's worthy of a Libra if you get it right consistently. I asked the Angel Tarot to give us some advice on how to fix the fear. The Moon. Important psychic insights, event behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. The advice here is that self-awareness is the key to overcoming this manifesting block. You will get insights now that will really help you there. They'll mostly be about yourself, truths about you that shine out of you, positive aspects of yourself that you've kept hidden. Don't let the insecurities that kept you with your head down, working hard and having no fun, don't let those insecurities hold you back. You can do both. Do the work that puts food on your table while having the fun that your inner child needs. And you may just find that your fears were unfounded and were just holding you back. Six of Water, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticising the past. Going back to your past, it's about your inner child here strongly. What was it that you really wanted to do or be when you were little? There's deep creativity bubbling away under the surface here. Something that you love to do that you could do now. And if it wouldn't make you money, you could at least do it for fun. Creative outlets are practical if they give you joy and raise your vibration. A deep need to be kind to yourself and others too. Random acts of kindness. The perspective that you get from younger people might offer more insight as well. There could be someone from your past coming back in for you, but that feels like it's only going to be the case if you're open to the energy there. Five of Water. Things not turning out the way you hope, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. Yeah, things don't always turn out exactly as you pictured them. That doesn't mean that manifesting doesn't work. There's a strong possibility that you looked at a partial manifestation, a step on the bridge of incidents leading to a complete manifestation, and thought that was it, that this was as good as it got, and gave up. So the complete manifestation couldn't come in for you. The advice here is not to fight to keep things from changing. Change over time is really about the only constant we have. Flowing with changes, enjoying the unfolding. That's how we go with the flow. Two of Water. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. Allow someone in. This is soulmate energy. It could be you integrating these two aspects of yourself, your life, that allows you to feel that completeness, that security that then attracts in a love relationship. Mutual love, respect and understanding. I'm seeing a gift from the universe too. Ask for it. Yeah, that's another aspect here. Being afraid to ask for what you really want because you don't want hope and be disappointed. So ask for something small, something that really doesn't matter, and let it go. Let the universe surprise and delight you with something that makes you laugh out loud. I asked for a blue feather, and I got it. It was a swift that dropped the feather. Dark, dark blue. Beautiful. I saw it fall. 3 different oracle cards here that I asked to give us more specific advice on how to manifest your intentions. The Temple Path. This is your spiritual journey. This is the energy oracle deck. What you're going through now is all a part of your soul journey in this lifetime. You're on the right path and headed in the right direction. Fundamentally, this is always the case, mind you. Abraham Hicks tells us that. You could never get it wrong because you never get it done. It's always a work in progress. Personal priorities are equally as important as your connection with the universe, God, Spirit, Higher Self. Following the intention for things that you truly desire will bring you deeper fulfillment in the material world and spiritually. You can have both. The Angels of Abundance. Let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. It speaks for itself. Everyday Witch Oracle. Affirmation for healing the heart. Yeah, what did I say? It was the 3 of Winter. You have been hurt in the past. There is healing needed. Your inner child needs some love and attention and probably a hug. Be kind to yourself. Do little things every day that put a smile on your face or make you happy, however hard you're working. Promise yourself a treat that can be as simple as a bubble bath or as complex as a holiday. Reach out to people and ask for their help and support if you need it. You don't have to cope with everything that life throws at you alone, and nor should you try to. Again, I'm feeling that the universe is telling you to ask for what you really want. and I'm hearing that beautiful Rumi poem. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must ask for what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the doorsill where the two worlds touch. The door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. Group 2, that was absolutely beautiful energy coming through for you. If you liked the reading, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. It really helps the channel to grow when you do that. While you're here, subscribe to the channel by clicking on that little icon there. Turn on notifications so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And I'm moving on to group 3 now, so until next time, love and healing blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye. Group 3, hello, welcome to your reading. Remember, as I always say, it's a general reading, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Kyanite. Love this stone. Kyanite. What it is, blue kyanite forms in long striated columns. Its heady vibe makes it a mindful choice for the 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon meditation set. Who needs it? The perpetually restless. Where to put it? On the bedside table, altar, or wherever you are looking to go deep. When to use it? When you find yourself drowned out by that mental noise. Even the greatest thinkers need to be reminded, thoughts are thoughts, reality is reality. You can deal with it like an anxious chihuahua, or you can get down with kyanite and align to the moment with your calm and cool intact. And the mantra is deepen your perspective. I asked the Fairy Tarot to tell us what your fears are. Nine of Winter. Unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. Is this a case of the only thing we have to fear is fear itself? You are what my darling granny, who was also a granny bee, would call a worrywart. There's an energy of being squashed coming through here, like other people keeping you contained somehow. Some of these worries aren't yours. You're worried about things that you can't do anything about. That which we resist persists. If you're doing as much as you can about the things that concern you, then you're doing enough. Spending your precious time trying to convince other people to your point of view is wasted effort. What you encounter is solid resistance that just causes you frustration and more worry. Live and let live. There's not a single thing in the universe that's worth worrying yourself to the point of making yourself ill from stress over. Mindfulness might help, and don't scoff at the idea. No, it won't save the planet or the turtles or stop other people eating meat. But all of those things are out with your control. You can't force anyone to your point of view. All you can do is shine your light positively in your corner. Queen of Summer. Listen to your heart, intuitive insights you can trust. Taking care of others perhaps too much. Your heart isn't being heard. Because in a way you're afraid to hear what it's saying. There's concerns here about other people that are draining you too. Not putting yourself equal with others. Not putting your needs as being as important, equally as important as the needs of people or causes that you're intensely involved with. The promise with this Queen is that you, can create happiness. You have that ability. If and only if you stop overgiving and start to listen to your heart voice, your soul voice, get your head and heart in harmony. Four of Winter. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation. The need for more sleep or a vacation. You're afraid to take the time out that's being suggested here. Oh, that makes sense. Being busy is what you do to keep your mind off the worries. As soon as you stop, you go into a negative brain loop. And I'm feeling that you find it hard to meditate too. Your inner voice, the inner worrier, won't shut up. I'm going to suggest guided meditations, and if you can't focus on them, then do something soothing while listening to positive audio. Like doing a jigsaw puzzle or adult colouring book, or knitting. Do something with your hands that will switch you out of worry mode while resting. Doing restful things in flow is as good as meditating. You'll get the benefits of it that way. Seven of Spring. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. This is something that you feel you have to do, and that you're afraid that everything will fall apart if you don't. Goes back to what I was saying for the Nine of Winter there. There's a cause, multiple causes that you feel that you have to be busy with. That if you stop doing all that, if you stop doing everything that you're doing, then the thing that you're worried about will happen. This constant fight, struggle, it puts you in resistant, upstream energy, tilting at windmills so that you don't have to stop and be still and smell the flowers because you have allergies. Tell me I'm wrong. Because if you don't strive, then it's all pointless. But striving, fighting, efforting isn't the point. And that is what your heart's been whispering to you. You are one person in your one corner. Yeah, you're a spiritual being that's really at one with the whole universe. But the human being, you, feels separate and powerless, and that's a scary place to be. I asked the good tarot to tell us what you're doing well. The Fool. You have faith that things will work out. Even when having faith in something seems impractical, you still believe in your causes with all of your heart. You're beginning to understand that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, and that none of the brick walls that you've been thumping your head off are really that vital in the grand scheme of water under the bridge. There is another way, and you're on the edges of understanding it. A childlike wonder and innocence here. The World. First card in the deck, last card in the deck. Some of these things that you're beating yourself up over have suddenly completed, manifested themselves right back out of your experience again because you let them go. You can look back on them now, thank them for the lessons that they taught you, and move forward. The successful end of a cycle that's come right and finished. It's a shift in perspective, getting things in perspective. Remembering that because you are an immortal soul, fear is unnecessary, worry is pointless. Eight of Earth, the Craftsman's card. Creating in flow, practicing something until you get perfect at it, finding new ways of doing the things that you're good at, studying and learning and researching, gaining confidence. I think this is at least partly gaining confidence in manifesting positive things for yourself and not feeling guilty about doing it. Manifesting creative things. Writing, music, art, beautiful food, a garden. Underneath that, though, is an acknowledgement that you are good at what you do, that you do have a talent that you've honed into a skill. Strength. You don't give up, you don't give in. Never give up, never surrender. This drive to keep going is a positive attribute. It's something that you do well. Here, the best manifestation of that aspect in you is how it would work when co-creating with the universe. All of that stubborn determination turned to positive intentions rather than the worries and the fears and the doubts that have held you back. You only need faith the size of a mustard seed. Remember, it says so in the Bible. You have so much more faith than that. Stop manifesting the negative through fear and worry, and start manifesting the positive through that strength of mind. I asked the Angel Tarot to give us some advice on how to fix this fear. Strength. Again, it's one of your most positive aspects of self. Great inner strength. Release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. You are stronger than you know, yes, but releasing the harsh judgments. Here comes the Granny B lecture based on Vladimir Zealand reality transfer surfing. There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Shakespeare, Hamlet, Act 2, Scene 2. Let's imagine that I have a cause. I am violently anti-blue coloured sweets. Gradually, over time, I'll see more and more of them. They pop up everywhere in my experience, and I'm the idiot stuffing them in my mouth and screaming how much I hate them. I'm taking a stand, strong in my condemnation of blue sweets and every individual who eats them. Because I'm resisting them, they persist. If I could just allow them to be and shrug and move on, they could no longer affect me. That's the judgments we need to let go of, neutral to everything that's out with my control. King of Water, open your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. King of Water, here is where you grow from the Queen of Summer to the King of Water. There's a balancing of your masculine and feminine energy. We all have both. That evens out the over-giving that I felt in the Queen here. The ability to feel the truth of a situation, head and heart together being accomplished, the 8 of Earth being accomplished, and becoming emotionally stable. There's also opening your heart to new ideas, integrating information that you get with your experiences, flowing more in so that you can flow more out and help others. The High Priestess. Listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Your intuition will guide you if you listened to it. I said before that your heart voice wasn't being heard, and here we're being told that it's a key to moving you forward. Consider carefully, what do you really want? What do you really desire? What does that heart voice ask from you? What would your body like to do, be, or have? A vision board, perhaps. There's also the message that you don't have to do anything right now, that now is the time to tune in and listen. Be aware of messages coming in from up there. Write down dreams. Six of Air. Things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Yeah, the Six of Air will take you from these troubled, worried, fearful waters into smoother sailing. If you can lay those fears to rest, release the things that you can't control, then you'll find that a lot of the other stresses and worries will fall away with them. At least that's been my experiences. White horses on the bay, saw that clearly there. Sun, sky, sea, and white tips to the waves, whatever that means. It feels like a fog being lifted and being able to feel clearly again. Not see clearly, feel clearly. And it's about discernment too. I asked the oracle cards for more specific advice on how to manifest your intentions. Action. This feels like the Chariot to me. The black horse, the outer work, has always been forging ahead for you, But the white horse, the inner work, the spiritual aspects, the thoughts, that's been pulling in the opposite direction. Getting them both going the same way means that you'll see much faster progress, more results from less effort, and it will flow. You are responsible for your own happiness. Take the inspired action that lets you be happy. Something small, every day, just to make you smile. Angels of Abundance. Organize for success. Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. It's interesting. From the Everyday Witch Oracle. Learn from life. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. I bet that rings true for you. That in some ways it really is all just a case of history repeating itself. Doing the same thing and expecting different results is a definition of insanity. Embrace all aspects of your life and choose to be happy now, whatever is going on. Wouldn't everyone who truly loves you want you to be happy too? As the world says there, it's a perspective shift. I sit here and talk to my camera to put positive words on your screen, surrounded by as much beauty and joy as I can cram into my little corner of the world. I'm filling up my Ace of Cups every day, battered and twisted and dented and broken and leaking as it might be, but I fill it until it can leak, until it overflows with as much joy as I can muster. Now that is not toxic positivity. That is how it should be. Realistic positivity. It's doable. Group 3, that was pretty amazingly specific. Let me know in the comments, please, if any of it made sense to you. And if you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up. It's the best help you could give me, because it makes YouTube recommend my videos to more people, so more people get to see them. While you're here, you could subscribe to the channel by clicking on that little icon there, and turn on notifications so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And I'm moving on to group 4 now, so sending my love and healing blessings to all of you and your loved ones. Bye now. Hello group 4, welcome to your reading. Remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartz, what it is, ranging from almost clear to nearly black, Smoky Quartz pairs the clarity-inducing vibes of clear stones with the protective do not cross over this line vibes of black ones. Who needs it? Glass half empty type space cadets. Where to put it? On a chain around your neck or hidden in your pocket, wherever you're certain to find difficult people in your path. Family dinner tables, conference rooms, subway cars. When to use it? When you fall prey to emotional vampires, when you're just too spacey and can't even, when you're embarking on a spiritual journey or a journey to pick up your dry cleaning. Extra points if you're thinking, what's the difference? And the mantra is, arm your spiritual warrior. Starting with the Fairy Tarot here, and I asked this deck to tell us what your fears are. Life experience. Let go of belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. You fear the tower moments, that feeling of being out of control and having everything falling down around you. It feels like Four of Pentacle energy in a lot of ways, holding on tightly to what is right here and now, afraid to let it go. It may be that some of your belief systems are not serving you anymore, that they were built on shaky foundations. And why on earth am I hearing conspiracy theories right now? This card tells me that if you reevaluate your core beliefs, then you'll find that you can move forward a lot more easily and simply. That was strange energy. Strength. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. You don't want to have to be strong, even if it is when you shine, because every time you've been that strong person, you've been going through all of that. And you think that that contrast, that challenge is the only thing that can bring this out in you. That's not true. You can be all of this without the pressure that you have to be graceful under. So yes, in time to embrace how wonderful you are. Be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. Justice. Take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. Being afraid to face the truth about something. This is relating to the belief systems that you're on shaky ground with there. The thing is that here, the card is saying that the truth really will set you free. Underneath all that holding on tight to beliefs that don't serve you anymore. And you weren't wrong. You aren't wrong. A belief is just a habit of thought. No judgment there, either of yourself for holding that belief or for the people that led you believe it. But underneath all of that is a whole new way of looking at something that will ensure you come out of it victorious, vindicated, feeling like you won fair and square. Ace of Winter. Yes. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. Yeah, you're afraid to see things in this new light. Actually refusing to look at it in that different way. Although that way promises clarity, because it seems to you that you'll have challenges and obstacles put in front of you. Don't be deterred. The challenges are there to hone and refine that new way of thinking about things. And yes, you should make sure that you're understood, that you speak up and make yourself heard. That's important. I asked the good tarot to tell us what you're doing well. Seven of Air, this fits so well. In the guidebook, it actually talks about breaking out of groupthink and thinking for yourself. And you do have the capacity to do that. You are independent, non-conformist. You do have that ability to think outside the box. Living life on your own terms. You can also be diplomatic so that you can communicate clearly. You can't please all of the people all of the time. You really can please yourself. Page of Fire. Yes, you do this well. You're a dreamer. You set intentions and you go after them. You're passionate about things, creative, acting on your ideas. It feels like some of the things that have manifested in for you on the way to your actual intentions, they've sidestepped you. Like, oh look, squirrel. Find your purpose again. Go back to how it felt when you first set out to manifest things in. You had it then, and you can get back there. Three of Fire, opportunities all around you. You manifest those in perfectly all the time. You can make good decisions when you're not squirreling off into the bushes. It's focus. That's what's been skewed. Thank the universe for the side manifestations and the minor ones that come before the major one does. Keep focused on your main goals, and that way you can co-create with the universe. Nine of Fire, questioning is good. Yes, keep asking questions, but know that you have your own right answers. Other people can't work it out for you. The uncertainty is just your inner guidance needing to be heard. Let your insights bubble up, and that way you can get to the certainty. Is what you're being asked to believe true, kind, loving, necessary? Is it a world where that's the truth, one that you want to live in? If not, then it's not your truth. Like, I don't want to live in a universe where lizard people are controlling us from the dark side of the moon, so I don't. But I really don't mind if other people want to live there. It's not my circus and not my monkeys, and it's not my truth. I asked the Angel Tarot to give us some advice on how to fix the fear. Justice. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Stand up for your new beliefs, your new way of looking at the universe. You know that it's right. Your old belief system didn't pass your own tests of right and wrong, good and bad. It didn't come from a place of love. It came from a place of fear. Now that you're looking at everything from the perspective that it has to be fair to everyone, including yourself, now that you're looking at it that way, there's balance here, balance achieved. Having got to this point in your head and heart, the outside circumstances are going to shift in your favour, and something that's been a conflict for a long time, it's going to resolve in your favour. That was clear. Renewal. Yep. Review and evaluate. A favourable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Reevaluate. A new calling, a new direction, a decision made from the best information, decided fairly and equitably, and definitely for the highest good. You're not swivering anymore and not holding on so tightly to a way of thinking that was just holding you back. You've put in the groundwork here for firm foundations that you're able to build on now. It feels like a leap forward spiritually, an awakening. It's a really positive thing. A release, like a champagne cork popping, but it feels really good. Page of Air. Challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. Oh yes, this is someone coming in and giving you new information. This is a trigger that starts this whole change going. It isn't random, and it isn't personal. It's like overhearing a part of a conversation that isn't directed at you or about you, but you know is the universe sending you a message. I've had that happen, even down to my name being mentioned, but they didn't mean me. The universe did, though. Synchronicity at work. So it isn't random, but it is random. A message from the universe for you. Be open to that possibility. Eight of Water. A desire to move on, a search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. Yes, that rounds out the message that I'm getting. It's change that you were fearing, and yet you knew deep down all along that change was necessary, and that by holding on you were just delaying it out of fear. Now you know that you've learned all you can from the situation that you were in. You can move on calmly and deliberately, not unemotionally. No, the head and the heart are working together here, but there's no sadness. It's like the end of a school year or changing jobs, an expected end to a chapter to turn the page to a new one. 3 different oracle cards for more specific advice on how to manifest your intentions. Angel of Balance, perfect. That ties in with the fact that we've had justice twice here. It's a balance that's needed, and a balance that you can achieve, being grounded and centered and honoring both yourself and others equally. Again, this card talks about a solid foundation, mentally and physically and emotionally. You were out of sync, but now you've got equilibrium. Life may not always be fair. In fact, it often isn't, but it is equitable. The laws of the universe work that way. As you care for yourself, the universe gives you that care and love back with interest. Angels of Abundance, it is safe for you to receive. Yep, just listen to this. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you will have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. Yep, enough said. And from the Everyday Witch Oracle. Gratitude and thanks. I am never not going to agree that this is a good idea. It's always a good idea. What you give out, you get back. Staying in the energy of please keeps you there. Staying in the energy of thank you gives you all the things that you intend to feel that gratitude for. And it isn't selfish. It can't be selfish. Remember, it's safe for you to receive. Cultivate that attitude of gratitude. And I know that sounds trite, but really focus in on heart-centered meditation and get into that lovely zone where you can feel the energy of the gratitude flowing out to the universe. If for no other reason than just for the fact that it feels so good to sit in Anahata Center, feeling that connection to the universe. Group 4, seriously, nothing to fear but fear itself. You're fine. The universe has your back. If you like the reading, please give it a thumbs up so that YouTube will share it with other people. Leave me a comment down below to let me know what resonated here for you. And while you're here, subscribe to the channel by clicking on that little logo there and turn on notifications so that you get a message whenever I upload a new pick a card reading like this one. And that's it for me for this timeless reading. Until next time, I'm sending all my healing love and blessings to you and your loved ones. Bye now.